All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here on a Sunday afternoon. Sunday, actually Cinco de Mayo, so Viva la Puebla. Now, guys, if you watch my channel, you know, yesterday I got to take a look at this, the SRP779, the Pepsi turtle here on the channel, and I really like this watch. It is on a Jubilee strap code, Angus Jubilee bracelet. Now, today, what we're going to take a look at is the Seiko SRPA21, this being the PADI model, or the PADI. If you guys are not familiar, that was a partnership that Seiko struck years and years ago with the Professional Association of Diving Instructors. And within the last few years, they've really developed pretty much every one of their watches they come out with, they have a PADI version of the watch. This being the turtle model. Very cool watch, has some definite color differences compared to a lot of the other watches, but we'll go ahead and just kind of jump into the basics on this watch. So dimensions on this watch coming in 45 millimeters from side to side, keeping it short lug to lug at 47 millimeters, so under 48 makes this watch really wearable even for its large size from side to side. 22 millimeter lug opening on this watch, and it comes in at 13.3 millimeters of thickness. Typical beautiful polishing on the Seiko cases, as they always do. Brushing on the top, pierced lugs on this watch. This watch does come on the standard stainless steel bracelet. We'll get a little bit more into the bracelet as we go through this watch. Taking a look at the dial, now that's one of the really spectacular things on the PADI model. Beautiful, absolutely stunning sunburst blue dial, as you can see there, with the beautiful applied indices. Actually, I think they're actually applied and then painted in and filled in the loom. If you know different from me, let me know down there at the bottom. Your typical sword in the stone indice there at the 12 o'clock position. This one lines up pretty doggone good, as you guys can see. Maybe just a slight cant to the right there at the 12 o'clock position, but nothing I can't get over. This watch is as typical of all of the turtle or the older turtle models, running the 4R36 movement, 21,600 vibrations per hour, a 24 joule movement, which also is hacking and hand windable, and features a day and a date function here at the 3 o'clock position. These are from the Pro Specs lineup. As you can see there, just below the 12 o'clock position, it says Seiko, and you have the Pro Specs logo. If you're not familiar, that is actually a P and an S over each other to form that X, so it's a really neat addition. What I also like on this watch, besides the blue dial, is obviously that minute hand there with that red accent on it. And then at the 5-minute marks, all the way around on the dial, you have the red accent also. Really kind of sets this watch apart from the others. Go ahead and take a look at the stainless steel bracelet these come on, your typical Seiko diver style bracelet. You have the double push button here, your typical stamped but polished fold over clasp here. And also with these watches, you get the diver's extension down here if you want to get this watch over your wetsuit. Works very simple. Nothing super, technical on this, but it works very well. Taking a look at the case back, now these are a special edition watch. I don't believe that they're at all limited, but they are special edition, and you can tell just below the Seiko there at and above the Tsunami, it does say these are special edition watches. So very cool, good looking watch from Seiko. I do believe by looking at the serial number on this one, this is going to be a looks like it's going to be a January of 2018 model. If you know different, let me know. Solid in links on these watches. Solid links all the way around. Very nicely done. These have the typical pin and collar system you'll see on Seikos. Now, the bracelet is pretty much all brushed, but you can see just the edge of these links on the outside. There is a little polishing done. Adds a little beauty to it. And along the sides of the bracelet, it is also polished. So, good looking watch. Now, I'll go ahead and bring the 779 up here, and we'll look at them side by side so you guys can see the real big differences in these watches. Now, I will tell you that I love the toolish look of the Pepsi with the black on the 779 model, but, as far as visual appeal goes, the PADI definitely has that going. It really does trump the 779 as far as overall beauty goes. But the watches are both really unique in their own ways. I think this definitely has more of a tool diver look compared to the PADI, which is funny because this is the PADI model, so it's supposed to be more divers looking. But this just, I don't know, something rustic and tough looking with that black dial. But let's go ahead and pause it, get this watch on my 7-inch wrist. I know you guys know what one of these looks like on me, but we always love the wrist shot, so let's get that. All right, so there's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. And like I said, running under 48 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, north to south like that, makes these turtles very wearable. I think even the sub 7-inch wrist, you're up there at the 6 3/4, 6.5-inch wrist, I think you can still pull this watch off just because of that short lug to lug length. These watches can be found at Amazon at a really good deal. I think you can find these under $300 right now at Amazon. I will leave links down below where you can check them out. I'll also leave a link down below to the Angus Jubilee bracelet, so you guys can check out where to get one of those if you like the way that watch looks. Now, if you want to do a size comparison, I do have the Sumo here next to it, and really, you know, not much of a size difference on the wrist. Now, the Sumo is much longer lug to lug, and it will roll over the wrist because of that curvature to the case, but the watches are very similar in dimensions when you set them next to each other like that. So let's go ahead and kill the lights and go out with the traditional lume shot here on the OFD channel. So the big question of me and the rest of the YouTube world out there is, are lume shots on Seikos really necessary? I don't believe they are, because we all know what Seikos glow like. They all glow beautifully. They always glow. They keep glowing. I mean, all the time. These ones haven't even been hit by light and they're glowing like that. So just gives you a good idea. So guys, I know I'm a bit late on looking at the SRPA21 from Seiko, the PADI turtle, but I think you guys still like videos like this. So give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom if you like the video. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. All right, thanks, guys.